Hey guys, Jonathan here, and today I've got an early review of the Iron Man and Iron Legion versus Hydra Soldier set, which I found early at a Target here in Middle Tennessee. Pretty awesome that. LEGO did send me one early to review, but since I found it earlier than the LEGO embargo date, I bought this one and am able to review it. So let's get it opened and check it out. All right, so we've got a pull tab on the back of the box here. It's actually a little tricky to open. And it looks like we've got plastic bags. All right, so our first minifig to look at here is the Hydra Soldier. It's a really great looking minifig, lots of awesome detail, but I have to admit it is the least exciting minifig in this allotment. I'm not a big fan of these giant stud shooters. I mean, they are cool for play features, right? Like you press down this tab and it shoots the stud out, and the recoil is so much that it can make your minifig fall off the stand. Okay, all joking aside, they are really cool and they reload really easily in case you've not seen one before, but the torso print is really nice on this. Of course, the Hydra logo on the back is nice, and they even went so far as to put printing on the back of the head as well. So I really like these. We do get 3 more of them in the Age of Ultron tree scene set, which I'll be reviewing here soon too, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, if you buy all the sets, you'll end up with 4 of these guys, which is pretty cool. All right, here we've got our Age of Ultron Iron Man. Now, we haven't had this specific armor since all the way back in 2014, so it is good to see it make a reappearance now. It's interesting that we get toe printing, leg printing, and hip printing, and I do think it looks pretty good here. Of course, that dark red color scheme really makes this pop with the light red that's shown on the torso and particularly the feet. Just like all Iron Mans, we can lift the helmet up and see Tony's head underneath, and flip that around to see the HUD on the back. Again, just like all Iron Mans. Then he has these 2 1x1 translucent pieces he stands on, as well as a 1x1 stud that you can put in this hand and a power blast in the other hand. So we do get, more of these that you could have both in either hand, but I wanted to show you both variations here so you could get a better idea. And finally, we have what I would argue is the main selling point of this set, the Iron Legion. Now, these look really great, and just like Iron Man, we haven't had this figure appear in a set since all the way back in 2014. I think they did a really good job of adding lots of detail on the back as well as the front, and they have a very modern and sleek look compared to the original, which we'll look at in just a second. As you can see, the helmet is the closed Iron Man helmet style, so if we look at it next to the new one, it is a completely different style. This is the one that debuted in 2017 and was used on Wasp back in the day, as well as Iron Man and lots of other characters. And when we lift that up, you could see underneath that we do have a dark blue head, so that looks really good. And just for comparison, I'll put it next to the original 2015 one, 2015. All my years are getting confused here. I do think that it is the superior one just because I'm very impartial to that old original Iron Man helmet style. When we lift it up, you could see it at a translucent orange head underneath, but beyond that, a lot of the details stayed the same. There is an Avengers A on the original that's not on the new one, but beyond that, a lot of details are the same on the front, but the back does have a difference here where we've got like some kind of computer screen reader, but the general gist is the same. I do think you could army build with both, to be honest, but if I could only pick one, I do prefer the old one just a little bit more. That being said, let's take a look at the build of the set now. Alright, so for our castle build here, this is where the majority of the bricks go. It's a pretty simple thing. There are no connectors on the side or anything to like build a giant castle wall, so if you do army build this and build multiples, you'll kind of have to figure out on your own how you would expand the walls. That being said, we have these 2 brick-built turrets up top. They use the Darth Maul, if you will, lightsaber blade in the center there in black, which is pretty cool that you get 4 of those. Then, of course, we have this turret in the middle that spins, and you could take your Hydra Soldier and place him on this stud here to have him gunning the stud shooter. So not only does he have a stud shooter in his hand, we also have 2 stud shooters right here that make for epic battle scenes, and yeah, I feel like I'm writing a toy commercial right now. Alright guys, so that brings this review to a close. I do think that this is a pretty cool set. 20 bucks is obviously a lot of money for an army builder for us Marvel fans. The Star Wars fans are used to this every day of the week, but it is pretty cool. Getting 2 new Iron Legion is great, and the fact that you can army build the Hydra Trooper is pretty cool too. Plus, getting our first Age of Ultron Iron Man in nearly a decade is a great value. Of course, if you do army build this, you're going to end up with a lot of extra Iron Mans, but still, even the pieces that are a part of the castle build are easily reusable and super exciting in that way. So let me know what you guys think of this set. Let me know if you plan on picking it up, and if you do, how many you plan on picking up, and I'll see you guys on the next video.